Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself. Oh, and if you don't mind, like, subscribe, comment. And I've got a link tree down below that's got my social media, and it has my Patreon if you want to help out. Thank y'all. Hey folks, I'll admit that I have no clue why Deputy Constable Bobby Joe Espinoza was charged with bribery instead of extortion, but at least he was busted. The man will serve 8 years for his actions, which hopefully makes the Vietnamese community feel safer. And I dislike having to go over somebody's ethnicity as a thing, but they were targeted because they were Vietnamese. It makes one wonder what made him think this was allowable, as this was pretty despicable. Oh, let's give you a quick definition on constable in relation to Texas, as each state has a little difference in what their constables do. Constables and their deputies may serve civil process in any precinct in their county and any contiguous county, and can serve warrants anywhere in the state. The duties of a Texas constable generally include providing bailiffs for justice of the peace courts within their precinct and serving process issued therefrom and from any other court. Moreover, some constables' offices limit themselves to only these activities, but others provide patrol, investigative, and security services as well. Constables have full police power. So this is what this dude had power-wise. He was a deputy constable, so he was part of the staff of one of the constables. I know where I'm from at in Tennessee, constables are the only ones that could arrest a crooked sheriff. And they don't normally have a staff. Usually the sheriff's department handles the courts. So each state's a little bit different. So let's tell you what he did. No, by the way, all this is going to be in my Substack with the link down below. So this is coming from a press release from Harris County District Attorney's Office. Former deputy with the Precinct 4 Constable's Office was sentenced Tuesday to 8 years in prison for bribery for demanding money from local Vietnamese businesses with the threat of arrest, Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg announced. Too often we see her, okay, whatever. Bobby Joe Espinoza was convicted of bribery and sentenced to prison by a jury during a 5-day trial. Jurors heard from several Vietnamese business owners who said Espinoza came to the restaurants and cafes to introduce himself while in uniform beginning September 2021. Then he began demanding money to not arrest them and would come to collect regularly even on his days off. One owner testified that Espinoza initially took $2,500 from him. Then Espinoza returned for $200 payments every Saturday from November 2021 to April 2022. Eventually, the victim told a friend from church, a Harris County Sheriff's deputy, about what was going on. The deputy alerted authorities, who investigated and built up a case against Espinoza. Another business owner who testified at trial told jurors that when he refused to set up similar payment schedule, Espinoza took his Movado watch and a bottle of liquor. In another case, Espinoza locked everyone out of the business, unplugged the surveillance video, and broke into the cash register and took all the money from the tip jar. Assistant District Attorney Vincent Tanzello, who is assigned to the Civil Rights Division, prosecuted the case with Division Chief Gavin Ellis. Tanzello said Espinoza generally targeted Vietnamese men in their 60s because he knew they usually dealt in cash and had grown up dealing with corruption. All of these men came over from Vietnam to escape corrupt government and police, and this defendant took advantage of that to get them to pay bribes, Tanzello said. Why is this not considered extortion? Jeez. The worst part is that this defendant's behavior affects Harris County as a whole because it erodes trust in law enforcement across the board. Ellis added that Civil Rights Division is a specialized division that, okay, well, yeah, we kind of figured that one out. Jury sentenced Espinoza to 8 years in prison, which he will begin serving immediately, and a $10,000 fine. Kind of despicable. Actually, not kind of, it is despicable. Now, I am well aware that constables are elected officials and their deputies probably don't go through the same process that a regular police officer does, which, as from the many videos that I have covered, that doesn't mean anything. But this is just, and I'm still wondering why it's bribery, not extortion. Maybe some of y'all from Texas can tell me, because that one I'm kind of confused about myself. Because I've looked around and I haven't seen an answer to that one. But how? What in the world would cause somebody to think? I mean, this used to happen. I'm well aware that this used to happen, but I thought at least this stupidity had been broken up by and large. I mean, thankfully, I haven't seen a lot of cases of this as I've been looking around the internet looking at cases to talk about, but this is some stupidity right here. You have to think that you're really secure in your job and you got some power if you're pulling this garbage. That just is idiotic. But anyway, this has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.